I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Approval of the minutes of August 7th, 2023.
Make a motion to approve the minutes.
Commissioner Pierce, Commissioner Robbins. Any discussion? No discussion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same side. Motion carries. Approval of the minutes of August 10th, 2023.
Make a motion to approve the minutes of August 10th, 2023.
Commissioner Pierce.
Second.
Commissioner Hamry. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Just in time. Officer Dallas, if you please come forward. My pleasure, representing the city of Devils Lake, to present you with a certificate of appreciation for 5 years of service. Committed, dedicated, and I tell you what, you do a great job. I've heard nothing but great things.
Yeah.
Good thing for Officer Poston, make sure you're here. You failed to do that job, so. I appreciate it. Congratulations. I hope you have many more years of service to our community.
Thank you.
You're a great person to have with us. Thanks to your family for being here tonight. Appreciate it.
Get back to work.
Thank you.
I'll try not to trip over this wire.
Does your little guy want to be the mayor too? Would you like to sit up here? You want to sit up here in the mayor's job? What? No?
That's all right. You don't get paid much anyway, so.
He'd probably do a better job, right? Okay. Okay, public hearings. There's nothing on the agenda. We have a bid opening at 5:30 for a truck chassis. Spencer, we have one bid.
Got one bid here. Bid from Peterbilt of Fargo, Inc.
You guys, if you want to leave, you feel free to do so.
Yeah.
We won't make you stay through the whole meeting.
Unless it's very interesting, you can.
Thanks for coming, everybody.
Total bid from Allstate Peterbilt of Fargo. Total delivered price for truck and source good, $153,827.
Say that again, 153 what?
$153,827. Do you want the truck only, or do you want the truck and delivered?
Well, it would be both, because they're delivering it to Fargo, they're in Fargo, so.
Okay, so the Sourcewell price for the Peterbilt 548 truck only, $147,000, 187. Sorry, excuse me, let me repeat that. 147,187.
That's for Sourcewell?
That's for the truck
The
only.
truck only. Total delivered price for truck and source goods, $153,827.
I'll make a motion to refer them to engineering and let them report back as he sees fit.
We have a motion by Commissioner Robbins,
Second.
second by Commissioner Hamry. Any discussion?
Fine with the bid, there's other work associated with that, we gotta switch the packer over and things like that, so we'll review that price as well as the other work that has to happen and report back to the commission for recommendations at the next meeting.
Okay, any further discussion? If not, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Visitors and delegations, I don't believe there's anybody here. Commission portfolios, Commissioner Hamry.
Nothing for utilities tonight, Commissioner, unless you have questions.
Nobody's got questions, short, sweet, Mayor.
Okay. Commissioner Hack?
Mike, got anything from sanitation
Nothing for sanitation. We'll report back in the,
other than the bid?
that's it.
Okay. Rob, do you have anything for me from your office?
No, good. We'll just cover the Renaissance Zone stuff a little bit later on the agenda.
Good.
Okay, thank you. Commissioner Robbins?
Streets, Mike?
Nothing to report tonight.
Engineering?
Work started on the 2nd Street Northeast water main replacement. So you see work occurring on 2nd Street Northeast, east of 6th Avenue. Currently, we're working in the area from 6th Avenue to 8th Avenue. So we'll be in that area for the next couple of weeks, and then we'll see what happens. We'll progress easterly from there, hoping to get to at least 10th Avenue yet this fall. We'll see what happens. So when you see the construction and the temporary water service lines and things run along the sidewalk and crossing some of the roadways, we just ask residents when you're crossing the pipe to be careful so that the pipe isn't broken. I mean, it's protected like we have in the past, but in some cases people like to get on top of it, spin their tires and do some things and causes some problems. But that's all I have for engineering at this point, unless you have questions for me.
I'm good, thank you.
Okay. Commissioner Pierce?
Corey, what you got?
I have nothing unless you have questions.
Has there been any update on where they're at with the, where Angry Beaver is right now with the,
Oh, yeah. So he is completed between the dentist office and Hardee's, that area, to the east for a little ways, and right to 6th Avenue there, or 5th Avenue. He's completed that area. I'm gonna drive through there tomorrow. He just told me today, go drive through tomorrow, check it out. That was the alleys and so he'll continue working from Walnut, doing all that area, and just, get after the trees and things too. I did have a complaint that Mike sent me about some trees on the Boulevard. I'll go talk to the lady tomorrow, see what she's looking for. Other than that, did you have other questions?
I've had questions about some of the bushes that are growing out, that make it hard to see at intersections when you're turning out, right on the corner. Is that a nuisance thing or that can be
Is that a
reported?
specific area do you have?
I didn't get it. They just asked me if it was something they could come to report as a nuisance or if it was just left up to the homeowner.
It depends on where it's at, how bad it is, It's real bad, we usually take care of it.
Okay.
Without I don't like to disturb the contractor because that's really not his gig. If it's
Yeah.
in his area, I will. But if it's somewhere else in town, we try to take care of that. So
All right.
if you let me know.
That's all I can get. As far as the LEC, I emailed out a Christmas tree copy of the joint powers agreement. The mayor and I were at the meeting, and the red is the stuff they're taking out, and the green is what they're adding in its place. I just also sent everybody a letter from
Howard Swanson?
Star and Howard Swanson, just explaining the changes and why they did what they did. So you'll have a copy of that. Once that's all done, they bring us the final copy. Then I'll bring it forward to be approved. I just wanted to let you know that it's being worked on. Jack's also looked at it. And once this is taken care of, then we're going to go right into the property agreement as well for the LEC. Would take it over and have ownership of it. So flying out on Wednesday to head to Indiana with a few other members of the LEC board to check out a company that makes jails and see some ideas they have that we could bring back and discuss at the LEC board. But I'll fill you in more on that if you'd like. It's just me and I think we're taking Representative Freilich, so we have somebody from state legislature, just take a look at some stuff and some ideas for the city. So other than that, if you have any questions, that's all I have.
Okay, thank you. Chief?
We had our North Dakota Peace Officers Conference and 2 weeks ago. 110 officers that were in town. That went out, did really well. It worked out really well. Had the Battle of the Badges last week. We had a lot of people from the community come out. It turned out to be really,
What was the final tally?
I think it was 130 to 125 or something.
Well, it was real close again.
So,
Something like that, generally.
fire department,
Pardon me?
who won?
Police
The
department.
Police department did.
So
Oh,
good.
congratulations, sorry.
Yeah, it goes back and forth.
Actually, it does.
It
Yeah.
does. It does. And so, ultimately, like it is, it's just a good thing. The community's always been good to us. So,
You haven't seen my picture all over internet yet, but voting for
I
the,
try to avoid any picture of you, Mayor, that I can.
okay, well, I had a blue patch on this year. It seemed to get out.
I didn't send it out.
Oh. Well, I can't imagine who might have.
I know who the boss is.
I flipped a coin and let you know that.
Yeah.
All right.
And then we have 2 officers that are starting the police academy today, today. So
They're hired officers.
they're hired, and then they start the academy here at Lake Region. So get them on there, and hopefully soon enough they'll be back out here down the road. Outside of that, that's it. Any other questions for me?
Thank you, Chief.
No, thank you.
Spencer.
Just a couple quick things that are coming up. Special Assessment Commission meeting is on Thursday this week, where they'll confirm the list of projects to be assessed. We've got 2 street projects plus the 3 standard ones that we always do. Once those get confirmed by the Special Assessment Commission, we'll start sending letters out and advertising for future meetings and whatnot. A couple of things that are just going to come down the pipeline. The budget's approved on September 18th. That's where the public hearing date is set for. So if anybody has questions in the meantime, just send our office an email or a phone call, and we'll be happy to answer those. Again, can only lower it, can't raise it from now on. Going to reach out to the personnel policy manual or policy advisory committee. We want to update the policy manual. I want to say the last big update was like early 2020. And so want to make sure that some of the things that we've changed since then get updated. I'm going to work with Tanya on getting the any laws that have changed, get that updated, as well as just clarify a few things that might be a little ambiguous as we've tried to work through it over the past couple of years. So we'll bring that to the advisory committee, go through that, and then hopefully I sometimes I like to set dates and timelines so that I make sure we get moving. Is September 18th as well. Hope to bring that to you guys just for final approval, the updated approval. And then we'll say that's it for now.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Spencer. Jack?
The JPA was mainly drafted by the county and the LEC, which is appropriate because they are, the county's a primary user of it. I've reviewed everything. It looks good as far as the city's concerned. I don't, this time I don't anticipate proposing any changes to it. And so what that means is this should be finalized soon. I'm just waiting for a call back on from Howard Swanson. I reached out to him today, but I just had a clarification question for him since he drafted it. But everything looks good there. And then I have the refusal ordinance done. We will vote. We'll have first reading next meeting. I sent it to Spencer. I wrote it, I think, 5 different times and then didn't like it. So finally found a simple way to do it, which really was just rewriting the entire DUI ordinance altogether. So it's kind of nice. It'll be really easy for everyone to follow, especially the users of it, which is the law enforcement officers. And then, you're gonna have another ordinance update from me regarding street sweeping and maintenance. It's, got a couple issues there, so we'll just that just hasn't been updated in a long time. So that's something that was brought to my attention and we'll get that updated. And then we're still trucking away on all the nuisance, everything nuisance related.
Have we, those letters have been sent out to my knowledge? For
Which
the
ones?
nuisance ones that we've been
The
concerned?
junk
Yes,
nuisance?
yes.
I believe so. I gotta double check.
Yes.
but yeah.
They haven't, okay, thanks.
Okay. Um,
Just one,
oh, and then regarding the structural issues, like with the church over here on the corner.
the blighted structures.
Yeah. That is like a very intense process.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm working on that. But that's a ton of work. I'm working on it once we have everything together in order to do it. We can't,
Is there a
that's something
permit?
we have to sue out. So
Is
it'll
there
be
a permit
process.
on that right now? Or is that a construction permit been granted to that facility? Do you know that, Rob? That church that was on fire, that burned, and they're renovating it, or
Yeah, the one on Second Street, there was a building permit issued, but it's expired.
it's expired? Okay.
So we'll get going on all structures and similar structures, so that we can do what we need to in the interest of the city and its citizens.
You gotta call out a blighted structure. Couldn't you use safety for that one? Because it is open.
It's wide open. Yeah, it's got concerns without a doubt.
And there's kids playing in there and jumping over.
I don't know they can get in there unless they climb, but
The lady told one, a citizen contacted me and said that
they were, okay. Yeah, definitely is a safety issue.
If I can find a more expedient way to do it, I will definitely do it that way, but that's kind of where I'm at right now.
Okay,
thank you.
is that it? Thank you.
I think so.
All right. Old business, we have nothing. Consent agenda, nothing. We will now go into new business, and the first item is reappointment of members of Shade Tree. And that is the Devils Lake Shade Tree Committee took action at their meeting to recommend Tammy Meyer, Paul Thompson, and Jason Pierce as members of the Shade Tree Committee for their terms will expire June 30th through 2026.
Question was asked, Corey, I just want to make sure there's a good answer for it or not. For the Shade Tree, do members, is there anything that's saying they can't be city residents? If they're a county resident, they can be on it too. Is there anything stating
No.
differentiation between the two?
I think some of them were representing different organizations. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Not necessarily the city per se, just different organizations within the community. I think that's how it works.
You know, because we got the NDSU extension.
I'll make motion to approve the recommendation to
appoint these.
bring these people back on board for the Shade Tree.
Reappoint.
Reappointment, okay. We have a motion by Commissioner Robbins to reappoint these members.
I'll second.
Second by Commissioner Hatch. Any further discussion? All in favor of this motion, say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. The motion carries. Second item is the Renaissance Zone Project 26-DL, and call on Rob at this time to explain it, and then we have Renard here in the audience if he wishes to speak to it. So, Rob, first of all.
Okay. So I've got a kind of a canned thing here, because I don't want to leave any information out, so as I go through and read this, if there's questions, I'll ask you to wait till the end, because I'm not sure that I'll hear you. So with that, I'll just kind of jump right into it. So we have an application for Renaissance Zone Project number 26DL for the Lake Toyota property located at 424 Highway 2 East. The project application is for the building of the body shop and replacement of the Lake Toyota dealership. The current true and full value of the property's improvements is $753,900. The projected investment into the total project is $4.5 million. We initially had intended on having a public hearing prior to addressing this project application. That would have been to approve a revision to the Renaissance Zone Development Plan. Part of the process for completing a revision to the development plan is that we must receive letters of support from the county commission and the school board. The school board has opted to not provide a letter of support at this time. Thus, it is not coming before the commission for consideration. The school board indicated that they would prefer to wait for a complete and full revision of plan before reconsidering. This revision that we had done only included the addition of block number 42, which was approved and added last fall, and the incorporation of permitting up to an 8-year benefit period for projects that would be eligible as allowed by recent legislative action that took effect August 1st. We are in the process of completing a thorough revision of the development plan that will include an update to the block inventory, the potential retirement of blocks as we look to get under our recently identified cap of 38.5, as well as implementing more flexibility for the Renaissance Zone Authority and the City Commission to provide partial benefits instead of all or nothing. This revision is not expected to be ready for the Renaissance Zone Authority to consider until around the turn of the year. The recommendation from the Renaissance Zone Authority specific to this application is to approve it with an 8-year benefit period. Since that is not an option at this time, I have communicated with Mr. Bergstrom, and my recommendation is that the commission approve only the body shop portion of the project on parcel numbers 39-1203, 00001-000, and 39-1203, 00005-000, with a 5-year benefit period, and to deny the Lake Toyota dealership portion of the project on parcels 39-2703, 00001-000, 39-2703, 0003000, 39-0501, 0000100, and 39-0501, 00002-000, with a notation that the Lake Toyota dealership and parcels indicated are still eligible for future Renaissance Zone project application and consideration. The current true and full value of property for the body shop is all land value and is $111,800. Land value is still taxed as part of the Renaissance Zone, and so there will be no decrease in property taxes collected during the benefit period. The body shop project has an estimated cost of $2 million. Projecting a conservative $1 million true and full value upon completion, the project will result in an estimated increase of $15,000 per year in property tax revenue cumulative of all taxing entities for this property. So that's basically what I've got. If there's any questions or if Bernard wants to chime in.
Okay, Rob, thank you. Bernard, do you wish to have anything to say about this, or?
Do you guys want a description of the project and what we're doing, or do you kind of?
Well, there is a description here,
If you have any questions, I'd be happy to field them.
but you understand what Rob was saying, that you're okay with everything that was.
I think that's the right way to go.
And it will eventually evolve to what you want to do type of thing, once the I's are dotted and T's are crossed.
When the project was in the development stage and we're thinking about this, the 5 years was it for the potential benefit. And so that's what we were, planning around and hoping for. This 8 years is now, an additional benefit that'll make the project easier for us to do. And how projects go and the way unforeseen things come in. So it'll probably help us overcome some of those things as it goes. But I want to get the body shop part going and withhold the other one because I'm hoping that we can, get the school board the plan that they're looking for. I'm on the Renaissance Zone committee as well. And so hopefully we can get them that plan, show them why it makes sense to get them to buy into doing it, and then reapply for Toyota when the 8-year benefit's available and do that for that one.
Thanks, Bernard.
I'll make a motion. Bernard seemed good with it. Rob seems good with it.
I'll second them.
Commissioner Hamry, approve, or motion to approve. Commissioner Pierce, second. Any further discussion? None being, roll call, please.
Commissioner Pierce?
Aye.
Commissioner Hamry?
Aye.
Commissioner Hash?
Aye.
Commissioner Robbins?
Aye.
President Moe?
Aye, motion carries. Congratulations, Bernard.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Item number 3, pay estimate number 1 for City Project 230301 of the Stromquist Storm Sewer. Mike?
And included in your packet is a pay estimate for work that's been completed for the Stromquist Storm Sewer project. The only thing really remaining, I'm getting kicked out of our system for some reason, is topsoil and seed and some of the punch list items that remain. And every time I get to the pay estimate, it kicks me out of the system.
Is it 329, 199, 72?
What the mayor said. Recommend approval of pay estimate.
Okay, we have a recommendation.
Motion approved.
Motion by Commissioner Hatch,
Oh, second.
second by Commissioner Robbins. Okay, any discussion? None being, roll call, please.
Commissioner Pierce.
Aye.
Commissioner Hamry.
Aye.
Commissioner Hash.
Aye.
Commissioner Robbins. Aye. President Mo.
Aye. Motion carries. Okay. Citizen comment. Do we have anybody here wishing to make citizen comment? Not? Informational items, July 2023 finance report. That was about 100 and some pages long. So if you're interested in going over that, Spencer, we can make
You
this
know-
meeting last a little bit longer.
Well, and it's another thing for the commission too is there was a way that the city used to do their monthly financial report updates. If there's something the commission would like to see different, we can certainly try and do that. You know, I put the fund balance report and we include the 100 and some page, the 200 pages. But also want to make sure that we're responsive to the commission with and the information that you guys want to have at the end of the month. You know, I try to do the quarterly economic and the mid-year kind of report. But if there's anything you want more in detail, you guys just let me know and we'll try and meet the needs of the commission. As far as the financial report goes, I would just say at least not in July, but August's sales tax revenues were up. It was like $490,000, which year-to-date comparison puts us at the city, right? Because obviously we're giving 10% to the Park District now because of the sales tax that passed, but 7% over what we had at this point last year at the end of August. So that's positive. Obviously, it's all dependent on when they collect it and distribute it. But so that was positive to see this month. Other than that, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Okay. Okay, now we have a list of bills as submitted.
Motion.
Motion by Commissioner Hamry,
Second.
second by Commissioner Robbins. Any discussion? None being, roll call.
Commissioner Pierce.
Aye.
Commissioner Hamry.
Aye.
Commissioner Hash.
Aye.
Commissioner Robbins. Aye. President Mo.
Aye. Motion carried. If no other business comes before the commission, the meeting is adjourned.